All right, guys, so we will have our first unit test on this Friday. So let's go ahead and jump into this review. This is, let's see what page this is. This is page 121 of your student journal, and we're going to do 1 through 6. It says in the exercises 1 through 3, graph the polygon and the given vertices and its image after the similarity transformation. So I'm going to go ahead and graph my pre-image. So we get 3, 6, this is A, and then 2 and 5, this is B, 4, 3, C, and then 5, 5, D. All right. Let me double check. 4, 3 is C. 5, 5 is D. 3, 6 is A. And 2, 5 is D. Now it says translate it, so we're going to go to the left 5 and down 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. That's B prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. A prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. That's C prime. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. D prime. All right. So there's our polygon after the translation. And then it tells me to multiply each point by 3. So what this is saying is this is the scale factor. So here K is equal to 3. There are a couple of ways you can approach this. Well, let's just take it for what it is. Since it didn't tell us a center of dilation, I'm just going to go ahead and use the points that they gave me. So I'm going to write down my A prime, which is -2 and 3. I'm going to write down my B prime, which is -3 and 2. My C prime, which is -1 and 0. So I'm just going to do what it tells me to do, is multiply. So that means my A double prime would be -6 times 9, because I take 3 and multiply it by -2 because X is -2, and 3 multiplied by 3 because Y is equal to, this Y is equal to 3. So I'm just multiplying here. So here I get -9 and 6. That's my B double prime, and C double prime, I get -3 and 0. So -3 and 0, that's my C double prime. -9 and +6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is my B double prime, and then -6 and 9. That is my A double prime, and let me go ahead and graph D. That's 0, 2. So D prime is 0 and 2. So my D double prime would be 0 and 6. So here I'm going to go 0, 6. And there we go. And we expected this picture to do just what it did. It blew up. Okay? So we are finished. All right. Let's go on to the next one. So now it says graph this. So I'm going to go ahead and knock that out. 12 and 8 is R. S is 8 and 0. And T is 0 and 4. So we are going to have a reduction here. So I'm going to say, I'm going to take each one of these points and multiply it by 1/4. So R prime would be 12 times 1/4, which is 3, and then 8 times 1/4 which is 2. And you can use your calculator. Let me show you. Oh, just a second. You can use your calculator to help you with this. If you have a fraction key on your calculator, push the fraction key. Other than that, you could do alpha, y equals, and enter. And then I'm going to put 1 over 4. And then that's going to be times 12 because x is 12. And that equals 3. And then you can do the same thing. Alpha, y equals, enter. 1 over 4 times 8 is 2. And you can do all of them the same way. So we're just multiplying x and y by 1/4. And this is a dilation where k is 1/4. And this figure is going to shrink, or it's going to reduce. So 8 times 1/4 is 2. 0 times 1/4 is 0. And then t prime would be 0 times 1/4 is 0. And then 4 times 1/4 is 1. Okay, so now I'm going to go graph my primes. So we go to 3, 2. That is R prime. 2, 0. That is S prime. And 0 and 1 is T prime. So it looks like my center of dilation, if I could connect all the points, my center of dilation would be at 0, 0. So that means I blew this up, or I shrunk it from the origin. Now this says reflection in the y-axis, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to highlight my y-axis. That is my line of reflection. And if we look, the T prime is not going to change because the line of reflection, it's on the line of reflection, but the R prime, I'm 1, 2, 3 from the line, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So this is my R double prime. And then here, well, the T doesn't change, so T and T double prime would be the same. And then 2 at S prime, I'm 1, 2 from the line of reflection, so I'm going to go 1, 2. And we get S double prime, and we are finished. But you could go and write your ordered pairs by just reading. R double prime would be -3 and 2. S double prime would be 2, -2 and 0. And T double prime would be exactly the same because it didn't move because it was on the line of reflection. So we're done with that one. And this is great review for the summative also, because you will need to know how to figure out what happened or how to do what happened. Okay, number 3, let's go ahead and 9 and 6 is my X. 3 and 3 is my Y. 3 and 6 is my Z. Okay, now it tells you to rotate 90 degrees about the origin. There's a couple of ways you can do this. You can take a piece of paper and trace and hold it at the center and turn it. And we're going to assume this is clockwise and turn it 1 time to the right. Or you can do the rule. The rule for 90, and if I'm going clockwise, would be to switch X and Y and make the X negative. So X prime would be switch X and Y. So this would become 6, and the other one would be -9. Y prime would be switch X and Y. So now we get 3, and then the X needs to become -3. Z prime, we get 6, and the Y needs to become -3. So here we get 6. And -9, which is somewhere down here. And let me see. Switch X and Y. Yeah. So we're going to have some points down here somewhere. So we get 6 and -9. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this needs to be extended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6 and negative 9 would be x prime. And then we get 3 and negative 3. So 1, 2, 3, y prime. And then we get 6 and negative 3. 1, 2, 3. This would be z prime. Okay? And then we're going to take 2/3 of these points. Here the scale factor is 2/3, so this picture is going to get smaller. And I know this is a dilation because they're both numbers are being multiplied by the same scale factor or coefficient. So here I'm going to say 2/3 times 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 divided into 3 is 4. So, or you can use your calculator. So this is 4. 9 times 2 is 18. And negative 18 divided into 3 is negative 6.